How fast should I expect to lose weight? Welcome to the Coach's Corner, where I answer your weight loss and fitness questions. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jack Stacey, and since 2013, I've been a personal trainer and weight loss coach, helping everyday people reach their weight loss and fitness goals. Today, I have a question from Alex, and Alex asks, how fast should I expect to lose weight on my weight loss journey? Well, great question, Alex, and thank you for the question. Very simple answer is it all depends. It depends on a few factors. Factors being how much weight you have to lose. Typically, the more weight you have to lose, the faster you'll lose the weight. It also depends on how long you've been in a diet phase for. Typically, the longer you've been in a diet phase, the slower the weight will come off. And thirdly, it also depends on how restrictive you are with your diet, i.e., how restrictive your calorie intake being. When it comes to weight loss on our diet, at its foundation, typically it's about controlling the amount of calories we eat. If we eat less than we need, we typically lose weight and the scale will decrease. If we eat more than we need, we typically gain weight and the scale increases. Now, what most people tend to do when it comes to a diet, because we want to lose weight fast, is we go very restrictive, almost over-restricted on our food and on our diet. This isn't always the best approach, as it does have some drawbacks, such as it limits our diet freedom and flexibility within our diet. So we're not always going to be able to eat the foods that we enjoy and these type of things, which then leads us into point two, where it's not sustainable in the long term. And then because it's not sustainable in the long term, it ends up being a short-term fix. Then the moment we stop following this diet or the routine that we're following, we gain all the weight back and then some. Now, instead, Alex, if we were to reframe that question, and if you were to ask me how much weight should I realistically be looking to lose each week, I would say somewhere between 0.5 to a pound. So half a pound to a pound a week would be an ideal and realistic and suitable target for most people. Now, if we're talking in kilograms, this is anywhere from 0.2 to 0.5 kilograms per week. This doesn't mean that you can't or won't lose more. Some people do. It's just a very realistic and sustainable target for most people from my experience. Now, when it comes to weight loss and diet, science typically tells us that it takes 3,500 calories to lose a pound of weight/fat on the scale. So our aim should be to create a deficit/restriction of 3,500 calories a week, which is roughly about 500 calories a day, in order to achieve this pound a week weight loss. There's a few equations we can use out there which will help us work out and calculate our calories. You can just do a simple Google search online and it will come up with different formulas, such as the Harris-Benedict formula, which is a great formula to be using. Just remember that all these calculations are a very good estimation, and we still need to tweak and change our calorie consumption depending on what the scale is saying. Because all the calculations are a very good estimation, I like to use the following form. What you need to do, you need to get your weight in pounds, and you need to times this by 10 for a moderate calorie restriction. If you want a bit more of a higher restriction, you need to get your weight in pounds and times it by 7. So for example, if you are 170 pounds and we are going for the moderate restriction, 170 times 10 equals 1,700 calories as our daily target. If we were going for the higher restriction, and again, we're 170 pounds, 170 times 7 equals 1,190. Again, these are just very good guesstimations, and we do need to change and tweak them compared to what the scale is saying. So my recommendation to you would be to consume these amount of calories for a 1 week to 2 week, and then gauge on what the scale is happening. If we've lost more than a pound, keep doing what you're doing if you're happy with the results. If you want to lose less, eat a little bit more. If you want to lose more, eat a little bit less. So, Alex, I hope that has answered your questions. We want to be aiming for anywhere from half a pound to a pound a week, which in kilograms is 0.25 to 0.5 kilograms per week. So that's it for this episode of Coach's Corner. Now, if you do have any questions, any weight loss fitness questions, leave them in the comments below, and maybe next time I'll be answering your questions. Bye-bye.